everyone, and welcome back to the Plant Corner. I just want to say, wow, it's been such a long time since I've posted last. Summer was crazy, and I just realized I haven't posted a video in such a long time, and I just had a small break to do so. As you can see behind me, this tree that I'm pointing at is turning yellow. That means fall's coming, and if you're like most people, you'll be looking at your annual flower garden and wondering, is there any way I can save some of this stuff? Now I'm going to deal with two things that you might have growing in your flower garden that you might be able to bring inside. Now, these two things are the Coleus and the begonia. Now, the begonia for me was an experiment, so it might not work. Just want you to know that. I've never done this before, and so we'll see if it works. If you have a better way of doing it and a proven, tried way, leave it in the comments below. Alright, so I have 3 different leaves here of 2 different types of begonias. So this begonia, I'm not certain what it is. It was not labeled and it was pretty much about to be composted. And then this leaf came off of the same plant, but this one's smaller. So I'm gonna try 2 different ways of propagating with these. And then another one, I don't know what this one is either, but this is a little cutting. Now, to propagate these begonias, there's a lot of many different ways. But so what I'm going to do with this one is I'm just going to take my sterilized scissors and I'm going to cut this stem just away. Hope I'm doing this right. Alright, so I did that. And then there's a lot of people just do this their own way. I'm going to kind of slice these veins. I'm kind of mixing several different methods here. Alright, and what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take this leaf and kind of put it like this inside of a pot. So let's do that now. So I have my soil here and I'm just going to take this leaf cutting and just kind of pretty much just tuck it in. It's a little floppy. And if this doesn't root, I'm not going to be super sad because honestly, like I said, the plant was pretty much dying. So I'm not super attached to it. Alright, so I'll probably just leave that like there. Maybe place it under a grow light, mist it a little bit with some water, and see how that does. And I'm going to take this little stem cutting. I'm actually going to chop this leaf off here. And I'm gonna cut a little bit more of the stem away. Well, maybe to just to make sure it doesn't rot. I'm actually gonna do a little packed thing with this. I'm gonna try propagating this leaf. So I made my 2 cuts in that. You can see it there, and there. I'm just gonna kind of set this leaf on top of the soil, push it down just a little bit, and let's see. I'm gonna try to maybe do the same thing I did with the other one. And this is pretty much, you know, I've heard these are very easy to propagate, so I decided to try it. If I did it wrong, feel free to tell me. Alright, I'm going to place the lid on here. And just bend in these little tabs so that there's not too much humidity in there. And there you have it, a dirty but begonia greenhouse. We'll see if those root. Hopefully they will, and I will be able to show you in another video. Alright, this is the Coleus. You can see here they have their stems, and all we're going to do is just cut one of these off. Let's see, this one, it looks like a good one. Right here, the leaves are pretty, and all we're gonna do is we're just gonna take some scissors and just cut this stem off, making sure that there's a little bit more stem that the roots can grow out of. Okay, you see here, here's my stem, and I'll probably take this leaf off. All right, so now that we looked about how to trim our Coleus, now let's finish this process. Right here, I have a little thing, and I have some water in this already, some warm water, and I have my Coleus cuttings. I have 3 different varieties. 1 darker and 2 are lighter. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to take some scissors, make sure they are clean, and I am going to just cut this part off. Alright, so now that that's cut off, I'm just going to place it into this water. Repeating the process with the last 2 cuttings I have. Literally just go outside, take your stem, make a cut, and these are not super difficult to root in water, I'll just tell you. The first time I saw Coleus, I was actually at my grandma's house, and she had some rooting in a vase. These do prefer direct sun, so you're going to have to put these in a sunnier location. And this is my last one. I'm gonna take some more leaves off this guy. Actually gonna just pull them off. Right, yeah, I'll leave it at that. So I have my vase here. I'm just going to stick this in. And look at that, I have this little arrangement of Coleus, all fancy. Just gonna take a moment and talk about the difference of containers you can use to propagate things in. Now, see, this one is just you cannot see through this. And I usually use clear glass because I like glass and I like clear glass. But the one problem we have with clear glass is that it can grow algae because it has sunlight. Something like this is going, like I said, it's not clear, so it's gonna be dark in there and algae cannot grow as much. So that's just a plus for growing something in just a solid colored or darker colored container. Anyway, thank you so much for watching the Plant Corner. If you have any questions, leave those in the comments below. Anything, talk about what's your favorite plant to propagate. And hopefully I'll see you in my next video, which I hope it is not as long as between my last video and this one. Thank you so much for watching the Plant Corner.